Hello, Vanakkam. Welcome to Thevaram once again. It's been, I know, right? It's been such long time that I did not do any videos. Daily life, I had some stuffs going on. Definitely, a lot of people been asking me where was I, what was I doing, and everything like that. Maybe I'll do a video on my personal life updates and stuff like that. For this episode, we're going to look another Thevaram song, which then we will see the meanings behind the song. So the song goes like this. Tiruchitrambalam, Tiruchitrambalam, Annam Paalikkum Thillai Chitrambalam, Annam Paalikkum Thillai Chitrambalam, Annam Paalikkum Melumi Poomisai, Annam Paalikkum Melumi Poomisai, Annam Paalikkum Arugandin Pura, Annam Paalikkum Arugandin Pura, Annam Paalikkum Moi Piravi, Annam Paalikkum Moi Piravi. So simply this song goes like this. So this song is sung by a saint called Thirunavukkarasar. I bet all of you know him already. So this song can be divided into a few phrases. I just want to cut it into a few phrases so that we can understand it much better. So we would start with the phrase Thillai Chidambaram. It's a temple now known as Chidambaram in India. So this song is like directed, telling us that if you visit Chidambaram and pray to the Supreme Being manifested there, you will get blah blah blah. So that doesn't mean that you only have to go to this temple. It's just a symbolization that Supreme Being is in everywhere. So in Tirumurai, throughout Tirumurai, if you see, there's a lot of saints keep on stressing, a lot of songs keep on stressing us on visiting temples, so that we know how God have blessed so many people, and that would make our heart and mind to think how God will actually shower His grace on us. Alright, so that's why they usually, these saints, Thirunavukkarasar and others, they usually go to each temple and just sing the song like directed to that temple, but for our understanding, it is basically the philosophy has been explained, right? So that's on that. And about Chidambaram has lots of stories, and you definitely can go and find Thalamaniam for Chidambaram, which is a historical book which is pretty much stressing on what had happened in Chidambaram, all the miracle issues from those days up to now and everything like that. Because this video is not a very long video, so I can't tell all of it, but I would want to say three main things that are very much special in Chidambaram. So the first thing is, in Saivism, we have Panchabhuta Talangal, which means like the temples of 5 elements. Maybe in science, not maybe, definitely in science, we believe in 4 elements, but in Saivism, we believe there is 5 elements, that is water, soil, fire, wind and space. Space is also one element for us. So there will be one dedicated temple for all these 5 elements in Saivism, and Chidambaram is actually dedicated to show that the Supreme Being is manifesting as the space form in this temple. Space, huh? This is why if you visit Chidambaram usually, if you go into it, the Karuvarai we call it, right? The main deity will actually be in a like sort of a platform, and you have to go on up to it, to go up on it, and then you have to look inside. You can see the deity. After that they will say, Dasa Chidambaram Ragasyam, please pay a little bit more, and you can see it. And you will pay, and usually they will have a wall with lots of hole, and when you look into it, there will be strands of vilva. Basically it's a gold leaf sort of pattern, gold leaves hanging there. And you might think, I have thought before that is actually Chidambaram Ragasyam. Ragasyam means secret, so I thought that's the secret. That is actually they're having a gold leaves there. Right? But actually that's not the secret. The secret there is actually God is in the space form. But when you are talking about space, people can't feel it, people can't see it, so that it's very, very difficult to understand. So what they did is they just hang all those sort of all those leaves there, so that we can actually relate it to the space. All right, so that's number one. Number two is every religion will have this thing that we have to visit certain places as their holy space. As that same as that, in Saivism we have Chidambaram. Chidambaram is said as Ninekka Mukti. Mukti is the end point, the end achievement in your spiritual path, that God will give you grace and you will be beside God, right? That space, that particular destination or the point is called as Mukti. You know, the holy wisdom you got it and all the stuff, that's where you will end. That's called Mukti. I have to think of a vocabulary for it, but for now, let's keep it that way. That's the end point. So, Chidambaram is a place where if you could think of Chidambaram, you will go to Mukti. Does that mean that you have to go or visit the temple a million times and just memorize the entire floor plan on your head? No. You do have to do things that will lead you to Mukti, which has also been said in Thirunavukkarasar, which we will look, during our many more episodes, we will learn about it. Alright? Okay, that's about it. Basically, simple concept is you have to understand the purpose of life in this world, and you have to work towards it to improve it. Then you will get to the end point. Alright, that's on that. So that's about Tillai Chidambaram. Another one more I forgot. That is, we have chapter 8 in Thirunavukkarasar, which is called Thiruvasakam. Thiruvasakam is it is considered by many philosophers that one chapter is a very precious chapter. Not precious, everything is precious, but a lot of people would want to give more focus on, because that chapter actually deliberates what is God, why He is doing some stuff, to whom it's benefiting, definitely us, and who are we, what are our characteristics, why are we in this world, and if God has given His grace on us, how would it be, and everything like that. That's chapter 8. And this chapter, the author Manika Vasagar ends in Chidambaram at one point of his life, and God manifested into a human being, and He comes and He asks Mani Vasagar, can you please tell me all those songs that you have sung until now? And Mani Vasagar tells him all the songs, and God literally written it down in mangrove leaf, and He makes a signature saying Alagiya Chitrambalamudaiyan, which means that this is written by the owner of Chidambaram. Who is the owner of the Chidambaram? Definitely the Supreme Being Himself, right? So this is something to be very proud of to me, because our scripture, our holy scripture, is actually given by God, written by His hand too. How cool is that? So this is all about Chidambaram, okay? So in this special temple, the Supreme Being is manifesting there, and when the Supreme Being manifested there, definitely what all He will shower for us, that's what being listed in this song. The first thing He will give you is Annam Paalikkum, which is like He will give you rice to eat. Annam means rice in Tamil, and in another way we also can say this Mukti, which is the end point I told you. So God will give you a lot. There will be, if you surrender to God and your conscience is very much selfishless and you're very genuine and you're surrendering to God, God will give you this. What He will give you, He will never let you die in hunger in this world. And when you die, He will not let you anywhere below or beneath or none other place other than the Mukti. So that's number one, Annam Paalikkum. Second is Ponnam Paalikkum Velumi Punise, which means Ponnam is gold. God will give you, shower you with wealth in this world. Because in Thiruvasakam, if you watched in Tirukkural, if you have watched my first video, right, Kallaram and all on Pongal, I've said that Tirukkural says that an individual should earn a lot of money to support himself, his people and the strangers, do social work, and for all those things, we have responsibility to support the society, including our family. So God will give you all this money to serve people, because serving people can gain a lot of love in your heart for others, right? So God will give you that. Are you kidding me? Is there anybody have gone through it and stuff like that? Yeah, there is. I can quote you. In chapter 12 in Thirumurai, it is pretty much dedicated, the whole chapter is dedicated to people, 63 people who are role models who have lived their life to showcase, live their life according to Tirumurai and show us what they can achieve by practicing Tirumurai into their daily lifestyle. So we could see some examples. You can go to, get a book, Thevaram, and you can start reading, and you will see a lot of examples there. But just to show you some, I brought some. So the first one is, you can see Kunguliya Kalayar. What he does is actually, Kunguliya, that is like Sambrani, like, okay, I don't want to mix you guys, let's keep it as, he was doing some holy social work to God, and he loses his wealth. He was born as a wealthy guy, and he loses all his wealth by serving people. So one day, God, what he does is, he restores his wealth. The story is pretty long. I don't want to go crazy on this story so that this video gets forever, but the idea is, he gives him wealth, like a lot and lots of wealth. Alright, the second person we can see is Sundara. I bet a lot of people have already known him. He's a very key person in Saivism, Sundaramurti Nainar. So what he does is, he goes to Tiruvallur and he asks God that to give him some paddy because he wanted to feed the devotees, right? And God gave him a lots and lots of paddy, as much. In Thevaram, if you read his story, there will be a portion where they will be describing how much paddy actually God gave him. He gave him sacks and sacks of, mountains of paddy, up till the entire village was full of paddy, up till they couldn't even open the door of their own houses. That much paddy, right? In the third situation, there was once Gnanasamudra. Gnanasamudra is a full-time saint. I like to say it funnily, but I bet you guys understand. Basically, he was like from 3 years old, he has been singing, giving out a lot of scripture for us, right? So there was a point where he was grown enough, and his father was doing rituals for God because he was a priest, and he did not have enough money, and he asked Gnanasamudra for money. And Gnanasamudra goes to God and say, like, I as a son, I am obliged to give you money, right? That's a responsibility. And God hears to that, and God even gives him a lot of money, right? He gives a Sanganidhi, if I'm not, he gives him a Potkili, but actually when you take the money, it never gets finished. But with the rule that he must only use the money to do prayers. So that was another incident. The fourth incident I want to say is Thirunavukkarasar. Thirunavukkarasar, who sang Annam Paalikkum, actually goes to Tiruvili, and the entire village was, it was drought, and the entire village was, actually starving for food. And he sings a song, and God, he gives him a lot of gold to buy paddy for this village. So the bottom line here is, if you look at all these stories, one thing you could learn is, basically they did not ask anything to, get BMW for themselves, 3-floor houses for themselves, anything like that. Their concerns were much pure, to serve people. They did not have any selfish issues, greediness, vengeance, anger, and stuff like that. So we can learn that God, if we are ready to surrender, serve people, and understand the purpose of life, God will rectify all these materialistic world's need. That is, you need to put food on your family's table, you need to earn money to make them survive, and all this stuff. All these small matters, God will take care. So that's that. In the next line, it says, Annam Paalikkum, which means that I have found my way to love someone. I knew the way. I already know the way. How? That is Bhakti Valayil Paduvon Kanga. In another incident, they say like that, which means like God, the way you can trap God is only one, that is love. Love everybody. Not only love God, love everybody. You can't love God himself, because the God also manifested in every all living beings in this world. So we have to love them. There was an incident where Vallalar coach, Vaadiya Payire Kanda Poludellam Vaadineen. He goes walking around and he sees plants which doesn't have enough water, have you seen like plants in the very hot sun? They just go like a bit like soft like that, not really fresh. Vallalar cried looking at these plants. He had hard to love even plants. We don't even love people. Somebody hurt us, they're going to be our enemy forever. That's how we learn. If you learn to love people, then the one thing you will get is, one thing in return God will gift you is, He will give you the last line, which is Annam Paalikkum ipiraviye. You know, there's a song in Thirunavukkarasar, they say, Yelu kadal manale alavidin adigam yenadidar piravi avadaram. In Thirunavukkarasar, Arunagirinathar says that my reincarnation birth counting goes up to, if you take 7 big ocean and count each and every sand bits of it, my reincarnation birth number would go even more than that. And the birth is something which is very, very painful. It's very sad. It's not. It's like he says it as it's a pain. Alright? It's not something to enjoy. And here Thirunavukkarasar says, Annam Paalikkum ipiraviye. If I could love everyone without any inequality, I will get close to the God, and this birth cycle will just get broken. It will stop. There's no more birth for you. With all this on your mind, you think of Chidambaram. Yes, the endpoint mukti is already there for you, waiting for you to die. Ask it, not to die, not waiting for you to die, but when you die. I'm serious. So that's what this song actually delivers to us. And before I forget, I actually have my cute little nephew Mardavan, who did sing this song very well, and I just thought that why not. I recorded him and I would upload the video. You can see the link below in the description box. Just click on it, view on it, because he's a child, he's just 9 and he needs motivation, right? We are actually motivating young kids to learn spirituality ever since they're kids. So please watch that video and leave some comments, sweet comments by the way, so that it can boost them. Alright, thanks for watching guys. I am so excited to see you in another video. Bye bye. Oops, I forgot. இன்பமே என்னாலும் துன்பமில்லை மேன்மைக்குள் சைவ நீதி விளங்குக உலகமெல்லாம். Bye.